Good morning, everyone. I hope you're up bright and early. I am going to the Brooklyn Bridge. I have a sunrise shoot on the bridge, and I thought I would take you guys along and show you everything that goes along with it. So right now it's about 6 a.m. I'm trying to get there by 7. So here we go. Okay, so there's a ton of different subway stops you can take that will get you pretty close. There's Park Place, Fulton Street, Chambers Street, and City Hall. Just figure out which subway makes the most sense from where you're coming from. But I took the A to Chambers Street, and now I'm walking through the park. There's City Hall over there. You're getting a mini New York City history lesson as well. So I like to tell people to meet at the Starbucks because getting actually onto the bridge itself could be a little confusing. So I like to just meet them here and then walk over together. So one of the reasons I recommend doing shoots at sunrise, especially in New York, is number one, you're not going to get any tourists in the shot, which sounds ridiculous, but like having the entire bridge where there's like 2 people on it that I can Photoshop out, or having minutes at a time where no one's on it at all, can really make a really cool shot. So that's why I like it. And also, if you get a really cool sunrise, the lighting is just like absolutely incredible on the bridge. So if you can do it earlier in the morning before it gets so crowded and so busy, that's what I recommend. The lighting is also good around evening, but honestly, it's so packed with people at that point that good luck getting a good shot. So I play it safe to do sunrise, but if you don't want to get up early, you don't have to. Almost to the bridge. We didn't get a good sunrise today, but as you can see, you could shoot this way toward the bridge, or you can shoot this way and get all the cities in the background. So you really have tons of options. And you see here someone is doing a nice yoga shoot. So, Brooklyn Bridge, lots of options. Also, I wanted to point out that, it is a little bit of a walk. You'll probably walk for like 5 minutes if you're a fast walker, maybe 10 minutes if you're a slow walker, if you have multiple people walking. It is a little bit of a trek to the middle of the bridge where you get like the cool iconic bridge shot. Also, another thing to note is that the left side is for bikes, so don't walk on the left side, stay to the right, which is for pedestrians. The bikers will get really upset with you if you're walking in their lane because they're just trying to get across the bridge to go to work or whatever. So definitely be aware of that. And then the last thing is you really just have to be patient and, maybe pause for a couple minutes if you're waiting for a huge group of people to walk by, or if some other people are taking shots, just wait for them to use their turn. Another thing that I do is sometimes if my clients are feeling adventurous, I will have them sit up on the right side of the bridge and get a cool shot of them sitting with the skyline in the background. So, use your discretion there. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, definitely don't, but it can make a dope picture. And actually, one time, one of my friends stood up on the bridge. I definitely don't recommend that, but the shot was really cool. So, those are some things to think about. There's police there, so it's definitely safe, but I would, especially if you're going later in the day, keep super careful track of your belongings, because with all those people, there are definitely pickpockets. And we went at like 7 o'clock in the morning, so like it wasn't a peak tourist time, so we weren't really worried. But if you have a bag, keep it on you. If you're around shooting, just make sure you know where all your stuff is and you're aware. As with anything in New York, just be aware, be a smart traveler, and you'll be fine. Those are my Brooklyn Bridge shooting tips. I have shot on the Brooklyn side as well. I just prefer the Manhattan side because I live in Manhattan and it's a little bit more convenient for me. But I will say, if you shoot on the Brooklyn side, then you can also walk over to Dumbo, which is very close, and get the iconic Dumbo shot. So if you're trying to knock out a bunch of sightseeing stops right at the same spot, that could be a good move for you too. And then lastly, in terms of like what lenses I use, I typically use a wide lens when I'm shooting the Brooklyn Bridge. I have a 24 to 105 that's versatile. That way I can get the super wide shot with the bridge in the background, and then also zoom in to maybe like a 50 and get a nice portrait with the background blurry. So I would typically shoot pretty wide when I'm doing the bridge shots. Maybe I would use a reflector, but I typically shoot natural light. I think it comes across the tones of the bridge just look really good in natural light, so that's my recommendation for what to shoot with. And lastly, I would love to see your Brooklyn Bridge shoots. So if you guys do a shoot at the Brooklyn Bridge, send it to me so I can see how it